Hello, thanks for joining me. I'm Bets Golden, and today I was going to make some ATC cards with Rinea Foiled Paper and this cute little Rita Barakat clip art image that she had available. She does these once a month, and this was part of, I think it was her Fairies on Veil series. I could be wrong. But anyway, I'm going to use this little sweet image and the foam stamp. This is a big, awesome background stamp, along with some Rinea Foiled Paper in the violet, and I think this is a lavender, with the ghost ink. And then I think I'm also going to pull in some emerald Rinea Foiled Paper to make some grass. And the thing you want to remember with ghost ink is that this is a color remover. It's not something that's going to add a color to it. So once it sets and you remove the color, the image is not going anywhere, which is fantastic. I need to figure out how I'm going to place her on this. I think I'm going to place her sideways. So I need to make sure that the hearts, if I use them, are facing down, but I actually think I'm going to use this section of the background stamp. I love this background stamp because you can use the whole thing, or you can use different sections of it, and you'll never know. Like, it looks different every time if you use different sections, which is super cool. So I only use my ghost ink on darker paper, darker foil paper. This doesn't work on any other type of paper because of the slick surface and the chemical properties that interact with one another between the ghost ink and the foil paper. But it's really a cool technique, and if you end up wanting to purchase the foil paper in your stamper, I highly recommend that you get the ghost ink too, because it does some really neat stuff. So I'm going to show you how. So what I do is I first take and just lay this out where I want my image to go. And remember, I'm laying the girl, my little fairy, cross way. So I want the little swigglies to go like that. Since this is foil paper, it will hold like so, so I can just flip it over and add some pressure all over to transfer the ghost image, the ghost ink, which is going to lift that color. And we need to dry it for a little bit, let it set up, and then I like to heat set it a little bit for about 8 or 10 seconds. I live in a dry area. If you're down in, if you're down in the South, in like Mississippi, you will not be leaving it. You'll have to heat set it a little bit longer. So I advise that you just take a scratch piece and just play with it. All right, so I have my image down, as you can see here. And to clean this, I'm simply just going to take some soapy water and clean it. But you can already see where it was starting to lift. So I'm going to go ahead and just set this for a few seconds. All right, now I'm just going to actually take a cloth, put a little bit of water on it, and start to remove that ink. Look how beautiful that is. And you can see that it removes on the cloth. See how that image just like came right through? I want to make sure that I get as much of that ink up, because this is going to be set. It's not going to be going anywhere, because I'm removing the color. I use this as a dark paper so that the silver foil that's part of this shines through. So there's my image, and as you can see in this spot, I probably didn't apply as much ink as I did on that spot, which is a-okay in my book. I absolutely love it. All right, so from here, we're going to start to assemble our card. And I'm going to put some grass on her. I just kind of came up with that last minute. Okay, no, some of you guys don't show your husbands because they're probably going to be like, what? She can't do that. So we're going to do this Boston Red Sox one here. And the thing with ATCs is, you know, and I'm rubbing that glue around, that's why I use a liquid adhesive. The thing with ATCs that you want to keep in mind is they need to fit in a baseball sleeve, in essence. So you really don't want there to be a ton of dimension and bulkiness on it. So you have to amp up what you're using. That's like totally crucial. And then I'm going to add this one on top of that. And then there we go for that. And I want to put her on here, of course. I'm going to kind of put her off a little bit. What I did was I took this was just a die cut with no glimmer on it. And so I just took some diamond stickles last night and added the stickles to the wings and to little couple spots in her hair just to make her shine. But I'm going to actually put some pop dots on her and pop dot her on this. And I want it to kind of look like she's sitting in the grass. An ATC size is 3.5 by 2.5. So for this, and again, this is the Emerald Starstruck. I'm just going to cut off the bottom right there. And I'm going to make it about 3/4 inches wide. And we're going to do 3/4 inches long. Probably can't see that on screen. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and just cut some grass into that. So I'm going to take my scissors. Oh, and something that I have discovered about Rinea Foiled Paper is it actually can sharpen your scissors. And I just kind of go down and just start to cut some blades of grass. So you don't want to go all the way down to the bottom because then it will obviously cut through. See, doesn't that look like more realistic grass than if I were to just leave it as it was, just snippeting it and doing strips? So from here, we're going to adhere that, and then we're going to set our girl in it. And then something else that I can do now that I'm looking at this, it's really cute, is I want to add some butterflies, and I also want to add some little cute flowers to the grass area that will kind of be peeking out of the grass. I think that'll be awesome. A butterfly by simply recutting it. So there's a cute little butterfly. Let me see if I can get another one. I might not be able to, which is fine. One would be cute. You know, you want your ATCs. ATCs are, I think that there's a lot of fun freedom that you can have with ATCs because you are on a smaller canvas and you have to really give it a lot of bang for its buck, right? Because, I mean, this is a small canvas. So you really want to make it awesome. But on the same token, you're limited because you kind of have to keep it semi-flat too. Or if it's not flat, it can be spruced up again. Or if it has to stay flat, it's still cute. So that's kind of where we're at with, you know, the ATCs. I think that they're so much fun because they're fun to use your scraps on. And, you know, just if you want to try a technique, but you don't want to mess up a whole bunch of expensive canvases or paper, you literally can try it out on an ATC and trade it or keep it in your stash. So I think that that's a pretty cool idea. So these little flowers I've had for a while. They're from Brutus Monroe. They're really pretty. They actually look like they have they look like they've been splatter painted. So they're super pretty. I really like them. So I thought that these would be nice down here. And this is enough texture to give it some interest and some dimension, but it's not so much in which you're not going to be able to fit it into a baseball sleeve. So I'm going to go with the pink, maybe that blue, and then this purple one. See if I can get 3 on here. So I am going to call this good. I think it's so cute. Anyway, if you have any interest in these products down below from Rinea Foiled Paper or from Rita Barakat, I do have some affiliated links that you can use. And then if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I would love it if you would share. Until next time, happy crafting!